Hey there, friendlies, how's up? Welcome to another episode of my fantabulous YouTube channel. Today's video is a little different than usual, and it might be a little long. I'm going to try to keep it rolling as quickly as possible, because I don't want people to get bored and then click away. This comes from a Trini NC live stream they were doing last month or the month before, where I sort of jokingly said, hey, I should do a video where I show all my whiskey, and they said, yes, you should. So I was like, challenge accepted. There's going to be a lot of cutting in this because I have all my bottles on the floor in here. I'm in the basement. It's a concrete floor. That, unfortunately, is foreshadowing. So yeah, there's going to be a bunch of cuts as I go and get bottles and bring them over. So we're going to start with Japanese and world, okay? And maybe I should keep a running count. That'll be embarrassing, won't it? Okay, bottle number one is the Nikka Single Malt Yoichi, which I reviewed. And it's obviously it's open. It's getting down to the point where I'm gonna have to bottle down. I'll put the open bottles here. Okay? Okay, so that's the first of the Japanese. Next is another Nikka. This is the coffee grain whiskey. I liked it quite well. There's still some life left to this bottle. I'm not quite at the part where I'm gonna bottle that down as quickly as possible. I like it pretty well. Obviously that's open. Another Nikka is this little guy. That's the Nikka whiskey from the barrel. I loved this. Blend, sure. Highly engineered Japanese whiskey, sure. Apparently there's like 100 whiskeys in here. It's most likely chill filtered and caramel colored. It's beautiful. I absolutely love this whiskey, stem to stern. I reviewed it. I'm gonna do a second review so that I can finish this off and buy another one. But this one I think I'm gonna always have one of these on the go, or ready to go. This is a good one for having people over who are, you want to introduce to whiskey. This is fabulous for that. Love it. And it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So my only other Japanese is one that I got kind of around. It came with my whiskey shipment that I did a video of. This is the single malt Matsui Mizunara cask. And I was excited to get this. I got this on sale because I have always wanted to be able to afford a Mizunara cask. Now, there's no age statement on this. And apparently with Mizunara, it takes years for the effect to really become noticeable, taste-wise and smell-wise. So maybe this isn't going to be what I'm hoping for. But there's a lot to love on this bottle. This is 48% alcohol by volume. And I do believe, yes, in order to maintain the integrity of the whiskey, no artificial coloring is added, unchill filtered, distilled in Japan. So I believe this might, I'm not going to go to the maths for it, but this might actually be able to call itself a Japanese whiskey. Anyways, looking forward to trying that. This is unopened. I don't know when I'm going to get around to it. A little space. For the rest of the world, first off, here's the Amrut Indian Single Malt Whiskey. Actually, that's at bottle kill territory. Give me a second. Bottle kill territory. Let's do it live. This is a Kensington Wine Market Glencairn from their 2019 Advent calendar. Whiskey Advent calendar. Ooh, okay, that's an energetic pour. Look at that beautiness. Beautiness. So, whiskey in, whiskey out, Vin. There's one out. Oh, I gotta leave that here. I'm gonna put all the Japanese aside. That so far is my only Indian whiskey. I am definitely looking forward to exploring more of the Amrut. I have a really hard time getting like Paul John and stuff like that. I feel that if I find an Amrut fusion, I should probably grab it. What do you guys think? down below. You know what to do. Is this my only English whiskey? I think this is my only English whiskey so far. This is the This is the English single malt with the smoky. And I hate it. I'm never buying it again. I don't even know how I'm going to finish this. There's a lot to like about it, but the dreaded Band-Aid, the medicinal note is just too strong. It's just too strong. This was an expensive mistake. I have quasi regrets about it. I don't know what to do. I'm still at the half bottle, and I'm not going to finish that. Oh, okay. This is my only Swedish whiskey so far. This is the High Coast Timmer. It's not the High Coast I wanted. I wanted the Berry, but this was the one that was not sold out at BSW in Alberta. So, what do we got here? We got 48%, unchill filtered, uncolored. It's amazing how, as I became aware of the caramel coloring thing, how a paler whiskey looks beautiful to me. Unless it's like a wholly sherried kind of, a sherry bomb or whatever. So this is a peated whiskey, and I think it's terrific. I have to shoot my second review so that I can be not afraid to finish this baby off. My last world whiskey is French, although it's Breton, so not everyone in Brittany would say that they're French. However, in a world whiskey context, this is a French whiskey. This is the Armorique single malt from Waringham Distillery. So this was a limited edition, édition limitée 2000 bouteilles. Yeah, so 2,000 bottles, peated. What's my percentage on this? 46%. Délicatement tourbé. So lightly peated. And I don't know about caramel coloring or filtering, but it was great. It was very different from the peat that I'm used to, you know, Islay and all that stuff. But I found that enchanting, absolutely enchanting. Also, this bottle has kind of a nice sort of livery to it. A lot of the Armorique have a terrible aesthetic. But anyways, I'm never going to be able to get it again, and I regret that I should have picked up 2 bottles. But yeah, good stuff. Also open. That's my world whiskeys. Up next is Canadians. Bareface, Triple Oak, 7 years. Now on here it says, hide nothing, fear nothing. Ne cachez rien, ne craignez rien. So for a bottle that says, hide nothing, fear nothing, where's my information about caramel coloring and chill filtering? But we do have, it's a 42.5%. Frankly, I wanted to hate this whiskey. I shot a video, but it's one of the lost videos. So the reason I didn't want to like this is because, like, I read an interview with their master blender. Was it the head distiller? No, master blender. He's a guy from the Californian wine world, and they tried to bring a lot of wine practices and philosophies to creating this. It just sounded really self-important to me. I thought, bleh, but it needs to be 45%, but it's actually pretty good. My favorite Canadian whiskey? Nowhere near. No way. Absolutely not. But it doesn't suck, which those of you who know my philosophy about Canadian whiskey generally, the traditional stuff, that's pretty high praise. So anyway, open bottle. Next up, I got these 2 guys here. Alberta Premium, cask strength, 100% rye. The only Alberta Premiums I will ever buy, because they're the only really good ones in my opinion. I have batch 2 and 3. I believe batch 2 is the 63.7% and batch 3 is 66. I may have that backwards. Doesn't matter. I was way too late to get in on batch 1. I regret that because these are both terrific. Terrific. I did a video doing a compare and contrast. Boom. And I will just echo what I said in that. The bottles look terrible. They look like they should be plastic. Everything about the Alberta Premium aesthetic, from the logo to just all of it screams Harley Davidson. But the liquid inside, this specific expression is absolute Ducati. Love it. Both open. I'm drinking them as slowly as I can. Now look, I also really like rye. I've said that many times. I like 100% rye a lot. Okay, so here's a shelter point. This is the Smoke and Oak. I bought the half bottle because I wasn't sure if I was going to love the juice in here, okay? You know, because it's one of those whiskeys that break all the rules kind of thing, same as the Bear Face. So what's happening in this bottle? It's single grain, triple distilled. What they did was they smoked the barrels using applewood and Vancouver Island peat. When I first tried it, I was really thrown by it. It's not my favorite shelter point. It's good, but it's not my favorite shelter point. I'm going to put that right here. It is, of course, open. What do I got here? Oh, now this shelter point. Okay, this is their artisanal single cask, 10-year cask strength. I'm just taking a look. Is it single cask? I don't think it's single cask. For this special edition cask strength release of Shelter Point's inaugural 10-year-old, we decided to let the casks and the spirit do the talking. Yeah. So it's a small batch, by which I mean very limited numbers of bottles. I don't think it says anywhere. But I wish I'd bought 2 because it was sold out 4 hours after I bought this one. 57.8% alcohol by volume. So good. Such a good single malt. One of my favorite whiskeys. Love it. I'm drinking it as slowly as I can. Like, slowly. Tiny drams. Because I cannot get it again. This, another Shelter Point, because they're a great distillery. This is their double-barreled whiskey. Okay, so this is finished in blackberry wine barrels for 75 days. I have no idea what to expect from this bottle, but I got to bottle down some stuff before I go neck pouring anything else. Good Ermin Wars 49 Wellington. This is my second bottle of this stuff. I had said in my first or second review that I kind of wish I'd gotten another bottle of this. Well, my fiddler was in some small town in Alberta and said, hey, look what I've found. And it's at a good price. It was like 99 bucks or something. So I said, get me one. So I'm not going to open this for a good long time, I think. I've downed one bottle. If I open it, it's just going to go too quickly. I want to save this. I don't know if I want to save it for a special occasion or what, but I want to save it. Unopened. Unopened. So the camera just stopped on me because the card was full, so I'm going to try and do these a lot faster. My last Canadian is this Two Brewers from the Yukon. This is from their Innovative series. It's number 27. This is a terrific bottle, but it's not the first Two Brewers one should have. Because their Innovative series is where they try things out. Bringing like beer making practices and stuff to the line. So, very good. Kind of experimental. And it's open. So that's all my Canadians. Next, I will do Irish. So let's just get the crappy stuff out of the way up front. Pile of crap disguised as a bottle of whiskey. I'm there because I've been trying to find ways to like it. I just don't. It's not going to happen. Opened. Probably not going to get it finished. Don't know what to do with it. Comment down below. Teeling single malt. This is the bottle that I opened with my tasting panel during my recent live stream. Very good. I enjoyed it. I would probably buy another one of these once this is finished. Open. Sticking with the Teeling, this is the small batch. This one I would definitely buy again. Very good. This was a nice entry into the Teeling character. Loved it. Also open. Redbreast 12, cask strength. Absolutely delectable. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Great stuff. Gonna buy another one when I finish this one, which won't be for a while. I'm still there. The only two Irish I have left are both unopened. And they're both Waterfords. So So this is their Organic Gaia 1.1, which I bought. There was like one available in a tasting a virtual tasting I was part of that the Kensington Wine Market put on with like their head distiller and their marketing person. 1.1 I loved, 1.2 not as much. Unopened, don't know when I'll get around to that. Also, I don't know if I'm going to review that because who can get the Organic 1.1 now? And the difference between 1.1 and 1.2 was big enough that... And this is one of their single farm origins. This is Lakefield edition 1.1. Again, what's the point of reviewing it? No one can get the 1.1 anymore. So that's my Irish. Let's do bourbon next. For bourbons, let's start off with, this is one of my staple bourbons. This is the Woodford Reserve Straight. I love it. It's a great all-around user. I can sip it. I can use it in cocktails. We're talking 45.2%. It's terrific stuff. I like it. This one's open. And when it's finished, I'll get another one. Next up is this Michter's Small Batch. I believe this was also a tasting live stream. Very good. 45.7% alcohol. Will I buy another one? Maybe. I wouldn't say no. It's just there are so many good whiskeys to buy. Like for what I use bourbon for, I got a good one already, right? Don't know. So for the next bourbon, off in the distance, I can hear the thunder of keyboards. Sorry, what do they call it? Tennessee whiskey. Bourbon by another name, let's face it. This is the only Jack Daniels I would buy again. It's the only one I have liked that I have tried. Generally, I think Jack Daniels is pap. But this one's pretty good. This is the Single Barrel Select. What are we at? 47% alcohol by volume. I like this. I would buy another one of these once it's gone. I've still got some time to spend with this bottle, but once it's gone, I would buy another one of those. Like even with this Woodford around, I like this enough to buy another one. Those are all open. Actually, all my bourbon is open. So right after saying that, here's a Buffalo Trace, straight bourbon whiskey that is unopened. I've never had Buffalo Trace before, so that's going to be a review. So that's an unopened bottle. And I got a Bullet. This one I fat washed months ago, so I don't know if I can drink this. I did a bacon fat wash in this one, so I don't know. I'm not sure how long a fat wash lasts before you start making yourself sick. So I don't know. How long do you guys think? Comment down below. You know what's funny? Somewhere I have a Wild Turkey 101 and I don't know where I put it. Oh well, it's great. It's the only Wild Turkey I like. It's open. I have 3 categories of Scotch. I have blends and blended malts. I have independent bottlers, and I have core ranges. So let's start with blends. Now, to start us off, I wanted to tell you that the Johnnie Walker Green is my favorite Johnnie Walker, but while I was setting up this video, I was running around like a fart in a windstorm down here, and all my bottles were on the concrete floor. And I wanted to tell you guys that the Johnnie Walker Green is my favorite of the Johnnie Walkers. But as I was running around like a fart in a windstorm setting up this video, and all my bottles were on the concrete floor, I knocked it over. Which makes me sad. But yes, for the Johnnie Walker's bottles, this was terrific. And because I've broken it, I can't do my second review of it. I'm just going to put this over there. Speaking of Johnnie Walkers, I'm kind of glad I did not knock this one over. Didn't review this. This was a gift from one of my subscribers on my main channel. Actually, this is the second one he's bought me. The other one's finished. I tend to drink it during my live streams on my main channel. This one I started last week. Like I've just had 1 dram out of it. So that's open. Compass Box Spice Tree. This is an iconic, seminal Compass Box release. Terrific stuff. Absolutely love it. Compass Box Peat Monster. Very peaty, very good. Both of these are blended, but I believe they do not chill filter, or I'm just looking. Non-chill filtered natural color, 46% alcohol by volume. Non-chill filtered natural color, 46% alcohol by volume. Artist blend. This was a store pick for the Kensington Wine Market. Delish, 49% alcohol by volume. Again, no color added, non-chill filtered. I should get another one of those. Independent bottlers. First off, this is the first editions, aged in a single cask, single malt Scotch whiskey, distilled at Mortlach Distillery, 2009. This is another Kensington Wine Market store pick, 52.1%. This one I haven't taken out of the tin because when I popped it open to look inside, it's all wrapped up in paper. So if I decide to review this, I want to do the whole déballage on screen. So I haven't decided yet. I may not, but I've left it in there. I haven't seen the bottle yet. I'm running out of room up there. I may have to stop and organize. Gordon MacPhail, Mortlach 15. This is from the Distillery Labels reviews shop, but it's not up yet. I don't remember if I liked it or not. 46%. I do not know about chill filtering and caramel coloring on this, so I don't know. Finlaggan. This is a cask strength, 58%. I don't know what it is. I kind of think either Culila or maybe Lefroy, just going by the taste, but I don't know. I don't know anything about caramel coloring or filtering on this. It's a very good bottle. I don't feel the need to buy another one. I'm going to have to bottle this down pretty soon. Quite good. I also don't know how available that is. Like, it's not a numbered bottle, so I don't know. North Star. This is a Loch Lomond 14, unopened, so I have no idea what to expect. This came in that box that I did the video of. 234 bottles. Cask Series 16, distilled April 2007. Unchill filtered natural color. 49% alcohol. Single malts of Scotland. This is a Lechig 13. 57.3%. It would surprise me if this was chill filtered or caramel colored, but I don't see it on the bottle. I don't know. It's sherried. Anyway. There we go. The rest of my independents are, I'll just put them all up. Burial at Sea. That's a peated. Very, very good. That's a 10-year. I don't remember what all the distillery numbers are. This is 53.317. So distillery 53 is Bing. That one's open. This is another one that's open. This is Dancing a Duet. Dancing a Duet. 59.57. So this is more sort of a lighter flavor. It's not peated. It's not too heavy. I got some unopened with an unbattered edge. This is from their floral series, I believe. 6.37. A wonderfully cereal, tertiary, gentle and complex dram, herbal, earthy, nutty, oily, and fragrant. Ideal for contemplative daytime sipping. 10 years old, 56.3. Well, these are always cask strength. Another Burial at Sea, because I know when I've got to buy something else. There's another one that I really wish I'd bought two of as well. Coastal Landscape with Smoke. That's 4.242. It's a 13-year. Delicious. That's a Highland peated. And then Apocalypse Cow, which is 93.133. That's an 8-year. Delicious stuff, all of these. Just going to stop you for a sec. So I spilt my dram at the beginning of the blends. So I cleaned out the glass, cleaned off my workbench, sorta, and let's try something else. Single malt core ranges. Bell Blair 12, 46% alcohol by volume, natural color, non-chill filtered. Pretty much everything I've got is natural colored, non-chill filtered, because that is really something I go for. Port Charlotte, heavily peated, that's a 50%. I think that was my last review of 2022. I got a little Rasse R01. This is a little tiny bit peated. Unopened. Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I just leaving them here? Come on. Here's an unopened. I just received this week. Lagavulin 8. I hope I like this. I am very, very jaded about Diageo. I think the Lagavulin 16 has gone from my gateway whiskey to a massive disappointment. The price they're commanding for that is nowhere near what that bottle is worth. Another unopened is this Lechik 10. I've reviewed Lechik 10 on this channel before, but I bottled that one down and decided I needed another one. So there it is. I'm a little sad because the original, or the Lechik 10 released before this, and I guess before those two, had a mistake on the Canadian label that said 12 years in the small. And I Instagrammed them and said, what's up with that? And they said, oops, and now they fixed it. I think that's sad because I love stuff like that. I find it kind of cool, you know. Also unopened is the Lochley Our Barley. This is a single malt at 46%. I don't remember about... This is interesting because this label is French. Produit d'Écosse. It says product of Scotland in English. And then on the front it says Lochley Our Barley, which is the product name. Single malt Scotch whiskey. Matured in a combination of bourbon, sherry, and STR casks. But aside from that, this entire label is French. But I don't know about chill filtering or caramel coloring. And I've never heard of Lochley before. Also unopened is the Port Charlotte Isla Barley 2013. Looking forward to getting that open and seeing how it tastes in comparison with that guy right there. In fact, I'm going to put that right next to it. Benromic Contrasts Organic. I reviewed that recently. It was delicious. I liked it a lot, especially because organic and delicious. What? The world has changed. That's open. Who cares? Morrison Mactala Mara. This is fairly new. I believe the Mactala distillery has only been open since 2017. The Mara is their sort of seaside dram, I guess. They have three right now. There's like Terra, which is supposedly earthy tones, Mara, which is apparently briny and oceanic, and I don't remember what the other one is because I've only ever seen this one. No, I saw the Terra in Quebec as well at one point. But this is cask strength. Again, this label's all in French, but it's no non-chill filtered. It's no added color, and it was under $100. Hello. Okay, no age statement, but whatevs. Arden American 80012101. Come on, guys. Very good dram. 46.8%. I believe this is non-chill filtered and non-caramel colored. Very nice. I have done my 2 reviews on this, so I'm no longer afraid to bottle it down. Also unopened is this Lindora's Lowland Single Malt Scotch Whiskey. Cask type is bourbon, sherry, and a wine barrique. What are we at? 46% alcohol by volume. I believe that we're talking unchill filtered and non-caramel colored, but I don't see it, so I don't know. Wolfburn Aurora, that's a sherry oak. What's our? It's 46% alcohol by volume. Clearly, I like this bottle. I'm halfway down. I'm trying not to finish it off too quickly, but I have seen other Auroras in town, I believe, and I've seen a couple of the others, so I'm not afraid to finish it and then be like, oh, I'm never going to see that again. I'm not going to be able to keep up the showiness behind me. Sorry, guys. Edradour 10, Distillers, the Distillery Edition. Meh. Meh. Don't know if I'm going to finish it, to be straight with you guys. Whatever. 40%. There's some good flavors in there, but it's a weird one, and I'm not sure if it really works for me. So I'm worried about this Edradour, the Caledonia. It's a 12 years. Natural color unfiltered. 46% alcohol by volume. I don't know. I have high hopes. Look, I picked it up because it's Dougie MacLean, and I play in a Celtic band, and he's a big, big name in my kind of musical circuit. Kilkerran 12. It's very good. It's nice and peaty, non-chill filtered, non-natural. It's natural color. 46% alcohol by volume. As I've said many times, I'm happiest above 45%, 45 or more, though 50 is probably my favorite, the pinnacle for me, which wasn't true before, but now the more I sort of get involved with cask strengths and stuff, the more I like the 50 and north, but 50 is like the pinnacle for me. Okay, so here's an Unopened Iron 10, which I bought on 17th September 2020. Here's an open Iron 10. The reason I'm keeping this one unopened and I have the date on it is because 10 years, so I guess 2030, if I'm still kicking, I will buy a 10-year Iron at that point, and I will open this and that and see what happened. So that's why I have two. You may notice that this is with the old terrible liveries because I have not yet seen the new Iron 10s in Quebec. So this Kilchoman Calvados cask, this is a single cask. This is a Quebec exclusive. Who cares? They do a lot of those exclusives, and all it means is that there's one cask that came here. But very good. Very good. So I wasn't afraid to review this anyway because they do a lot of regionals and single casks and stuff, but the character remains constant. Bunnahabhain Sturadur, I think. Sturadur. Haven't opened it yet. I've had it for a long time. I can't wait to get into it. Maybe that'll be my next neck pour. Haven't decided yet. Okay, so here's your Glenlivet 12 Double Oak. Bog standard Glenlivet 12. Why the hell did you buy that, Jess? I know. Especially because what are we at? Where's our alcohol by volume? 40%. What? Absolutely sure that this is colored and chill filtered. The only reason I bought such a boring bottle is because I was given a sample of the Glenlivet 12 from the 1970s. I don't mean it was aged like 50 years or whatever. No, this was a bottle in the 70s. And I have a sample of it, so I kind of want to do an A-B episode at some point. Iron Sherry cask. Evidently, I'm liking it. Very good. This was the bottle that got me over my sherry cask aversion, and it's a sherry bomb, 55.8%. So it's natural cask strength. We're talking natural color. We're talking non-chill filtered. We're talking the beautiful new liveries, because Aaron really needed to change it. Terrific buy. Would buy again in a Montreal minute. Loch Lomond 12. I think this was the first whiskey I reviewed in 2022. Very good. I gave it a high mark. 46% alcohol by volume. I don't remember. Yeah, non-chill filtered. But it doesn't say about natural color on there. I don't remember. Tasty bottle. Would buy again probably. It's a good one to have on your bar cart. It's not the best one I have, but it's pretty friendly. So I might pour it for a guest or someone who isn't a big whiskey nerd. Glenallachie 10-year cask strength batch 7, natural color, non-chill filter, 56.8%. I got this last week with that Lagavulin 8. Looking forward to trying that. Make up for the Glenallachie 12 that got lost in transit. That still hurts. Bruichladdich Isla Barley 2010. This one was a unicorn for me. because I was given a sample and I found it oceanic and gorgeous. And by that point, there were only 2 of them left in the province and nowhere near Montreal. But I had an uncle who has like a country house near where the 2 were. So I said, get me one. And I kind of wish I'd said, get me 2, because I don't know when I'm going to open this. But it's going to be a special, special occasion. Because I've tried the one after this and I didn't like it as much at all. I don't know where to... I'm really running out of room here, but it's okay because I'm running out of bottles. Ardbeg Anno, because of course. I did this. I've done my neck pour review of this, and I'm about ready to do my shoulder pour review. Very good. Nicely rounded. Non-chill filtered. I don't remember about the caramel coloring, though. I wish... Like, when they don't say on the bottle, I sort of assume the worst, but I'm not sure. Aaron port cask. Ah, great. Delish. Not all port casks really work. This one does. Not all rum casks work either, by the way. But this is a great bottle. 50% alcohol by volume. You know, natural color, non-chill filtered. Great stuff. Aaron is one of my favorite distilleries. Glenlivet Nadura. I've done my neck pour video on it. I'm going to do my shoulder pour soon. This is what Glenlivet should be putting out for guys like me. Absolutely love it. This is the non-peated. If any of you guys have had the peated or the Oloroso Naduras, let me know if I should be looking for them. Might have to order them from Alberta, but... Oh, I am so out of space up there. I'm really running out of space here. Enoch Peatheart. I believe this was my 2nd review of 2022. I'm talking 40 ppms. So this is apparently a heavy peated batch 1. 46% alcohol by volume. This is also non-chill filtered and natural color. I've been told that this is not the best Enoch around, but going by that, I should probably pick up another Enoch pretty damn fast. If any of you guys think of it, there's another Highland Magic by them I should be picking up, let me know down below. I feel I'm not giving these like the attention that they deserve, but I'm afraid of running out of space on my card again. Ardbeg Ugadal. Come on. Right? Come on. I want to try an Ugadal from like the very first batch to see how much it has changed. I did shoot a video comparing this to one from a couple of years earlier that I got from John over at the Whiskey Neighbor. I'm going to see if I can find that footage and put that up. Deanston Virgin Oak. I've done both of my reviews. I like it. I think there's a creaminess to it. Not everyone loves this, but you know what? And it's got that Virgin Oak spice. I think it's great. Is it my favorite whiskey? No, but it's very, very good. Segues nicely into Deanston 12, which here in Quebec, I had to get on allocation. I won their little lottery, so I could buy this. I entered for this for a Pappy Van Winkle and something else, because in Quebec, because it's a liquor commission, you pay MSRP. So you don't have to worry about these wicked upcharges that you do in some non-regulated markets. So I'm looking forward to trying this, because if I liked the Virgin Oak that much, the 12 is probably going to be fabulous. I hope it's going to be fabulous. That's all of them. That's it, except for that Wild Turkey 101 that is somewhere. It's probably on the bar cart upstairs. So, yeah. That's an embarrassing number of bottles. So that's all she wrote. Thanks for hanging out with me for this little whirlwind tour of my whiskey collection. As I always say, if you like what I'm doing, then please do the following 3 things. 1, comment down below. I've been asking questions throughout this whole video. Drop your answers down below, or sort of, you know, if there's any direction you think I really need to push over the next year in my collection. 2nd, please share this video. That helps me more than you could possibly imagine. And 3rd, leave me a smiley thumb. If you don't like what I'm doing, that's okay. Leave me a frowny thumb. Thanks for watching, guys.